Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out on finally a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We opened with a piece that's very fitting for this time of year, which is graduation. We have several students in the orchestra that are graduating this year, and several students that hopefully will graduate in the next couple of years. Academic Festival Overture was a piece that was, back then it was expected from Johannes Brahms to, in order to receive an honorary doctorate from the University of Breslau, he had to write this piece. Now, what they wanted like a symphony, something really serious. Well, Brahms had a little kind of a sick sense of humor. So rather than really beautiful melodies, everything that you heard in that were college drinking songs. And if you listen really closely, you even heard what eventually became a big hit for Perry Como, which was Catch a Falling Star. How do you remember that? I guess just me. Yeah, anyway, that piece was, we bought several years ago at the request of Dale, one of our violin players who passed on. He said, we need to play academic festival. We're going to continue now with an old Hungarian piece, Chartist. The term actually has to do with a tavern, and it became a piece written by Italian composer Vittorio Monti, and it's based on that Hungarian on a folk dance. It was written in 1904 for violin, mandolin, or piano, but it's been arranged for orchestra ever since, and for any kind of different instruments. I first heard it as a cornet solo with a band years ago. It offers a lot of dynamic changes, loud and soft, and there's one particular place that you need to listen for. You're going to hear the cellos do this wonderful little bass line, and on top of that, you're going to hear the violin doing a technique. It has to do with artificial harmonics. It's where he will just barely touch the strings, and so he'll get an octave and a fourth higher than the note should actually be. So listen to this, enjoy Chartist. Strauss the second has become known as the Waltz King. He's written quite a few good things. He did over 500 waltzes, polkas, quadrilles, and other types of dance music. He did operettas and even a ballet. He was very largely responsible for the popularity of waltzes, especially in Austria. You're familiar with some of them. In fact, this orchestra has done quite a few of them over the years. The Blue Danube, Kaiser Waltzer, Tales from the Vienna Woods, Frühlingsstimme, Trish Trash Polka. You've probably heard most of those. And here we're going to do Und Donner und Blitz. You know what that is? Christmas, Donner und Blitz. Thunder and Lightning. This is the Thunder and Lightning polka. The bass drum is the thunder, and the cymbal is the lightning. Gabriel's Oboe is the main theme from a 1986 film starring, it's called The Mission, starring Robert De Niro. It was written by Italian composer Ennio Morricone, which you probably familiar with. He's done a lot of movies, a few spaghetti westerns. In the film, the missionary Jesuit Father Gabriel walks to a waterfall, and he's trying to get in touch with the local Indians and to carry on his missionary work. And he takes out this oboe and starts playing. You ever seen the movie? It's a beautiful melody. And the Guarani Indians, the tribesmen, listen to it, and they become enchanted with it. Of course, unfortunately, at the end of the solo, the chief gets a little bit jealous. What's happened to those? It breaks the oboe. But here to play Gabriel's oboe for you is a long-time Kingman resident, Gail Fruling. She went to school at Concordia Teachers College, and she taught school here for quite a few years. She's retired now. She taught music, and I was asking her, what grade did you teach? She taught mainly 4th grade, but she taught every grade from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade here in Kingman. This is Gabriel's Oboe with Gail Fruling.
so glad you guys could all be out, come to our concert today. I'm Jan Curran, the president of Mohave Community Orchestra. So I have some different people I want to recognize in the orchestra. First of all, I do want to recognize our scholarship recipient. We did have one of our students apply. Eliana has been with our orchestra. How many years have you been with us? Since she was little. You go ahead and stand. Thank you, Eliana, very much. I also want to recognize our seniors. Gabriella Goyan, you'll stand up, please. Gabriel Longbraid, thank you. Angel Giraldi, Claire Rowley, Joey Kalin, and Daniela Nava Martinez. Marquez, sorry. Thank you. These are our seniors. Thank you. Give a round of applause. Them coming to play. They play from, are you guys all from Lee Williams? All from Lee Williams? Oh, you can have a seat. Thank you very much. So they volunteer their time in addition to what they do at school. They come and practice with us and are a big, nice addition to our group. I also have some thank yous for my board members because I have people behind the scenes to help make sure these concerts and our practices take place. Tom Boone, would you come up, please? Tom is our wonderful conductor, and he helps to choose a lot of our music, and he does a lot for our group to make sure that we behave and that we do what we're supposed to do and be accurate. Thank you very much, Tom. Jason Allen, would you come up? Oh, there you go. Jason and his wife Lisa and family in general have helped our group immensely throughout the years, and so this is a thank you. Thank you so much for all you've done for the work. Sharon, I have a thank you for you. Yeah, I'll pass this actually over to you since we have limited on space. Sharon has volunteered to help out with our refreshments and fundraising, so thank you very much, Sharon. Marnie also, her and Sharon are buddies, and they buddied up to help with refreshments. Holly is our treasurer, but she does much more than just be our treasurer. Anytime I need extra help, Holly jumps in and helps, as well as my other board members. But Holly has been known to order instruments and things like that. So thank you very much, Holly. Tobias is our vice president. You stand up, I'll pass this back to you. Tobias is our vice president, and he also now is making sure our facilities are set up, helps Russ out with anything that we need to make sure we're set up for our concerts. So thank you very much, Tobias. Appreciate that. Carrie is our webmaster, our media maintainer. She checks Facebook. If you ever ask a question on Facebook, she's often the one that will reply to. She answers emails. She helps with a lot of the technology, and she did our programs. Aren't they lovely this time? Very helpful with our programs. And my long and forever friend, Barbara Pike. She is our librarian, but she has had many functions over the years. But thank you so much, Barbara, for all you've done, picking wonderful music this year. Appreciate it. Here somewhere, but Russ is in charge of the facilities here. Oh, is he back there? He is. He hates being called up, but I just knew I'd have to call him out. Russ, here at College Park Baptist, has been wonderful. Anything that we've needed, any issue we've had, he's always worked it out so nicely with us. Thank you so much, Russ. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, and so for our last piece, I'll hand it. Art, are you going to have an announcement about our last piece? One more. I'm sorry. Carrie reminded me of one more thing. We do have a Pampered Chef fundraiser going on. And so, Carrie, where was the information about that? So on the back of the program, there is information about that. If you're interested in another way to donate to the orchestra, you can purchase some Pampered Chef items, and we get a percentage of the sales as a fundraiser to help the orchestra. So if you'd like to participate in that, as always, your donations for our scholarship fund, which is in when you have your refreshments, those little containers are for our scholarship fund. You can also just give a general donation at the front door for the orchestra in general if you'd like to do that as well. But we'd like to continue providing music for the community, so if you feel inclined and can donate, we would love your donation. So thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to Art.
Try to make this short. Anyway, the next piece that's going to close out our first half, and as was mentioned, please go up there. There's lots of goodies over there. Everything goes for our scholarship fund. So please help yourself over there. Chicago is a 1975 musical, and it was based on actual events that happened around Chicago in 1926. And it's a story of, the usual murder, love, and all that kind of stuff. And the concept of celebrity criminals. We know a little bit about that now, don't we? And it holds the record for as the longest running musical revival and the longest running American musical in Broadway history. It's second only to the Phantom of the Opera. It was made a film in 2002, and probably most of you have probably seen that. This medley has And All That Jazz, Cell Block Tango, Roxy, and We Both Reached for the Gun.
Thank you.